Our world is at great risk right now, as you know. The Russia-Ukraine war has now completed 1,000 days. For the first time in this war, Ukraine launched an attack on Russia using the ATACMS long-range missiles supplied by the United States, which has deeply angered Russia's president. Russia claims that since Ukraine is a non-nuclear state, they have never used atomic weapons against Ukraine. But now that America is directly supplying Ukraine with nuclear missiles, both countries are now seen as equal. This is why Russia may resort to nuclear strikes in the coming days. What is clear now is that while the newly elected president in America, Donald Trump, is talking about ending the war, Joe Biden, on the other hand, wants to escalate this conflict across Europe. If nuclear weapons are used in this war, Russia has 6,000 and America has 5,000 atomic bombs, all of which have the potential to destroy the world. This situation is extremely critical, and if nuclear weapons are deployed, the future of the world could be in serious danger.
13th day of the war, the United States targeted Iran's oldest bank located inside Iran. After this, Iran announced that it would target American and Israeli banks located in Israel and Arab countries. Not only that, Iran also said that along with banks, it could target American companies such as Google, Amazon, and Microsoft. The United States has announced that it is preparing to target Iran's ports. For this reason, an alert has been issued for all people to leave Iranian ports. After this threat from the United States, Iran said that it would also target those ports in the region from where the United States and Israel conduct trade. In other words, all sides are making major announcements aimed at damaging each other's economies. In the Strait of Hormuz, Iran has targeted 4 to 5 oil tankers, including tankers from Japan, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Thailand. This means it now appears that Thailand, Japan, and the UK may also stand against Iran.
Iran just used one of its most dangerous missiles for the first time in this conflict, and this weapon could change the dynamics of the war. The missile is called the Saigil ballistic missile. The Saigil is one of the most advanced long-range ballistic weapons, and it has now reportedly been used for the first time during the current war against Israel. So what makes this missile so dangerous? The Saigil is being called a dancing missile. It can change its path mid-air, making it extremely difficult for defense systems to intercept. For Israel, that means systems like Iron Dome and Arrow missile defense system could face a more challenging threat. Unlike older liquid fuel missiles that require long preparation times, the Saigil uses solid fuel, allowing it to launch much faster and giving enemies far less warning, making it much harder to destroy before launch. With a 2,000-kilometer range, the missile can strike nearly anywhere in Israel from deep inside Iran. This means Iran does not need to move launchers close to the border. So even though Iran is now launching fewer missiles, they're switching to more advanced, high-impact weapons. If Iran fires 10 missiles at Israel, and even one of those missiles successfully hits its target, it would be considered a major success for Iran, because targeting Israel from Iran is extremely difficult. As soon as Iran launches missiles, they are first targeted by American Patriot defense systems deployed in Iraq, where the United States has military bases. The missiles that survive this phase then enter the airspace of Syria and Jordan. By that time, Israeli Air Force fighter jets are already mobilized, and they enter Syrian airspace to try to intercept and shoot down the missiles. We know that Jordan is also assisting Israel, and Jordan itself attempts to intercept the missiles to prevent them from reaching Israel. Despite all this, the missiles that get close to Israel's borders are then targeted by American naval warships deployed in the Mediterranean Sea. Any missiles that still manage to enter Israel must then face Israel's 5-layered defense system, which includes Arrow missile system, THAAD system, Patriot system, David Sling, Iron Dome. Remarkably, despite all these defensive measures, some Iranian missiles still manage to evade the defense systems and ultimately strike cities such as Tel Aviv and Haifa.
इस देश ने अपने समृद्ध क्षेत्र को क्यों निकाला? द्वितीय विश्व युद्ध के बाद दक्षिण पूर्व एशिया के देश स्वतंत्र होने लगे। 1957 में मलाया संघ स्वतंत्र हुआ और 2 साल बाद सिंगापुर को अपनी सरकार बनाने का अधिकार मिला। कई लोगों का मानना था कि एक साथ ये उपनिवेश मजबूत होंगे, इसलिए 1963 में मलेशिया बना, जिसमें मलाया संघ, सिंगापुर और 2 ब्रिटिश संपत्तियां शामिल थीं। यह विचार एक मजबूत अर्थव्यवस्था, साम्यवाद का विरोध और जातीय संतुलन बनाने के लिए था। लेकिन सिंगापुर का समावेश आघातपूर्ण रहा। राजनीतिक और जातीय संघर्ष हुए और मलय लोगों को डर था कि सिंगापुर अपने बंदरगाह के महत्व के कारण मजबूत होकर देश पर हावी हो जाएगा। 1965 में संघर्ष से बचने के लिए सिंगापुर को अलग किया गया। शुरुआत में यह सिंगापुर के लिए भयानक लग रहा था, लेकिन वर्षों की सफल नीतियों के बाद आज यह दुनिया में तीसरे सबसे धनी देश के रूप में उभरा है। बेल्जियम कब विभाजित हो सकता है? यह यूरोपीय संघ के केंद्र के रूप में ब्रसेल्स के लिए प्रसिद्ध है, परंतु आंतरिक रूप से दो मुख्य भागों फ्रेंच भाषी वालोनिया और डच भाषी फ्लैंडर्स में विभाजित है। ये क्षेत्र आर्थिक और सांस्कृतिक रूप से अलग हैं, जिससे फ्लैंडर्स वालोनिया से अधिक समृद्ध हो गया है। इस विभाजन ने संसद में सहमति बनाना मुश्किल बना दिया है। विभाजन के कई प्रस्ताव हैं, जिसमें दो अलग देशों का निर्माण या नीदरलैंड्स और फ्रांस के साथ संघ शामिल हैं। ब्रसेल्स, जो फ्लैंडर्स के बीच में है, लेकिन फ्रेंच प्रधान है, और पूर्व में जर्मन भाषी समुदाय भी विभाजन को और जटिल बनाते हैं।
इस छोटे से देश ने दुनिया को इतना कुछ दिया है जो आप सपने में भी नहीं सोच सकते। दुनिया के 10 सबसे ऊंचे पहाड़ों में से 8 तो नेपाल में ही हैं और इसलिए इसे लैंड ऑफ हिमालयाज कहा जाता है। नेपाल में पूरे वर्ल्ड की 8.9% बर्ड, 4.2% बटरफ्लाई और 3.96% मैमल स्पीसीज पाई जाती हैं, जिसके कारण इसे अमेज़न ऑफ एशिया भी कहा जाता है। नेपाल की कैपिटल सिटी काठमांडू को लिविंग कल्चरल म्यूजियम ऑफ वर्ल्ड कहा जाता है, क्योंकि यहाँ लगभग 15 किलोमीटर की रेडियस में 7 यूनेस्को वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइट है। और आप जानकर हैरान हो जाओगे कि नेपाल दुनिया का आखिरी हिंदू राष्ट्र था, जिसे 2006 में सेकुलर नेशन बना दिया गया। और अगर आप कभी यहाँ जाओगे तो यहाँ के लोग जनरली नमस्ते करते हैं, जिसे शेरपा कम्युनिटीज में ताशी देले कहा जाता है, और इसका मतलब होता है आई सैल्यूट द गॉड इन यू। अगर ये वीडियो नेपाल तक पहुँच रही हो तो वीडियो को लाइक करके कमेंट में जरूर बताना।
What happened if the United Kingdom disappeared today? 1% of the world's gold supply would disappear, as well as 1% of the world's nuclear arsenal would be gone. The world would lose approximately 67 million people, but this would only take 10 months for the rest of the world to replace this. As well as 3.3% of the world's GDP would be gone, and it would take 16 months for this to recover. The British pound is one of the most traded currencies. Its disappearance would impact international trade agreements and would severely disrupt global supply chains. The UK plays a crucial role in international organizations such as the UN, NATO, and the Commonwealth. Its disappearance would create a power vacuum, potentially destabilizing these organizations, and there will be no more Ukraine, Moldova, and Georgia. The disappearance of strategic UK military bases, particularly in overseas territories, would leave a security void, potentially increasing global instability. Comment which country you would like to see next.
Iran was once a place where women walked freely, where music filled the streets, where a young couple could hold hands without fear. Then, in 1979, everything changed, not with a whisper, but with a roar that would echo for decades. The Shah had ruled with an iron grip, but the revolution promised something better. Millions poured into the streets, believing they were fighting for freedom. Students, workers, mothers, they all chanted the same word, liberation. But when the dust settled, the chains hadn't broken. They had simply changed hands. Almost overnight, the rules rewritten. Women who had worn miniskirts were now forced behind veils. Universities purged professors who dared to think differently. Neighbors became informants. The secret police changed its name, but not its methods. Savak became Savama, and the knock on the door at midnight continued. A generation of Iranians grew up never knowing what their country had been. They heard stories from their grandparents about cafes where poetry was read aloud, about cinemas showing foreign films, about gardens where families picnicked on Fridays. But those stories felt like fairy tales, too beautiful to be real. Behind closed doors, though, Iran never truly surrendered. In living rooms across Tehran, people played forbidden music. In basements, women removed their headscarves and danced. In whispered conversations, they kept alive a version of Iran the regime tried to erase. Persia didn't vanish. It was locked inside its own history, waiting for a key that may never come. This and hundreds of other stories are waiting inside Ethicon. Try it now and become the most intelligent person in the room.